Well. Glastonbury. What do we have here from Glastonbury? It's in England, right? At least that's what I hear. I could be completely wrong. Bob Vylan. It's like Bob Dylan, but villain. I see what he did there. Listen. I am a. Listen. I'll out myself here, okay? I'm a little cringe, okay? A little cringe. We're all a little cringe. It's fine. To be cringe is to be free, of course. I appreciate a good pun, unless that's Bob's actual name here. I could be completely fucking wrong. Yeah, who the fuck cares? Whatever. Bob Vylan. It's a good meme. Good meme. Bro said, "Death to the IDF, free Palestine, and from the river to the sea." Now I can understand that a lot of people. Oh, that is his real name, huh? Well, fuck me. Well, shit. All right. Whatever. From the river to the sea, saying pro-Palestinian shit. Very cool, very good. We love pro-Palestine stuff. Yada yada yada. Very, very fantastic. I've made that very, very fucking clear. The crowd at hashtag Glastonbury is ecstatic by the thought of genocide. They chant for the ethnic cleansing and stripping of Jews of their protection. Yeah, dude, because the state apparatus of Israel is doing a really good job at protecting Jews at the moment. Sure, man. It's not about like whatever this fucking probable dipshit fucking says. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, dude. Like, hey, hen. Maybe if the Israelis stopped starving children and triple tapping refugee camps, yeah, maybe people would not be as pissed with what Israel is doing. Now, I understand it's a little radical. It's a little crazy for me to say that, but maybe people won't be as pissed about that if Israel did that. What do we got here? Yeah, it feels like the 1930s. Buddy, like, what Netanyahu has been doing is the 1940s, okay? Get your fucking head out of your ass, alright?
Free! Alright, but have you heard this one, though? Mm-hmm. Death to the IDF! Death to the IDF! Death to the IDF!
Now, I wonder why people may be saying this. I wonder why people are saying this. Israel bombing hospitals? This is explicitly a war crime. It doesn't even talk about the Al Nasra fucking hospital that they've constantly bombed. We got a little Al Jazeera article here, Lots of bombing. Yeah, Al-Shifa as well. I forgot about Al-Shifa. Al-Aqsa, of course. It's another big one that they've been constantly bombing the Israelis. Wonder why people don't like them. How about Israel bombing aid workers? That's another one that Israel loves to do. They love bombing aid workers. A link that I've commonly brought up here, of course, about the World Central Kitchen, of course. The 7 vehicles that were a part of a convoy going along an approved IDF route. And they still got bombed by fucking drones. So, guys, I wonder why people are chanting death to the IDF. I couldn't possibly think of anything as to why they may be doing that. Radical, I know. What else has Israel been bombing? Refugee camps? Jabalia refugee camp. There's a big one. Al-Fakura school. Bombing schools. Al-Shati. Al-Baraji. Al-Maghazi. Nusrat, of course. Nusrat refugee camp. It's a big one. They've been constantly bombing. Khan Yunis, of course. Of course, also, this isn't only in Gaza. It's also in the West Bank. Jenin. Nur Shams. Tulkarem. Balata. Yeah, there's a lot here. So that's cool. Okay, hold on. How about, Israel, killing Palestinians at aid locations? Because that's a new one. We all know about the Gaza Humanitarian Fund, that fucking honeypot that the Israelis, along with American private military contractors, decided to establish in order to, hurt a bunch of Palestinians so they can murder them. So, this is also another one at GHF aid locations. Israel kills nearly 600 Palestinians at aid centers. All you need to know. Hundreds killed seeking aid in Gaza as famine deepens. And limited food access leaves hundreds of thousands starving and malnourished. Keep in mind, this has been there's been a siege on Gaza for about 11 months. You know, that's cool. Damn, nearly 600 Gazans, nearly 600 killed at aid centers. Damn. Well, I thought that we were doing aid. You know, that's pretty cool. While the previous United Nations-led distribution network operated about 400 sites across the strip, the GHF, guarded by armed private security contractors working for a U.S. company, have set up only 4 mega sites, 3 in the south and 1 in central Gaza, none in the north where conditions are most severe. That's true. That's true. That's real. Very cool. Yeah, dude, because we need, like, guard towers and all this stuff. Very, very cool. Oh, here's, like, a great one that fucking, recently that Israel has been doing. Israel hiding oxy in, like, flour to poison the fucking, supply of food. They've been hiding some fucking oxy in there. It's fucking crazy. There's an image of this. Yeah, right here. They've been putting in fucking synthetic opioids into the fucking flour in order to fucking poison people. These fucking, like, monsters. Yep, this is what, hey guys, hey Zionists, I wonder why people might not be very happy with the conduct and actions of Israel as of recent. I couldn't think of anything else. I wonder why people are constantly saying, like, death to the IDF and free Palestine. I couldn't think of anything.
Death to the IDF!
Yeah, there was a funny little mustachioed man back in the 1930s who was doing this, you know, and it's now a stupid little fucking demon goblin looking man doing this in the modern day, you know, to Palestinians because of, like, some schizophrenic conspiracy theory that he believes in, saying that the Palestinian Grand Mufti is the main reason why Hitler was inspired to do the fucking Holocaust. It's complete nonsense.
Death to the IDF! Hell yeah, from the river to the sea, Palestine must be, will be, inshallah, it will be free!
So that's pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't only just Bob Vylan, you know. We have some other people, you know. Mark Rivoli.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Fuck Netanyahu!
True.
Fuck the IDF!
True.
Free!
I wonder why people are saying these things. I couldn't think of anything possible, you know. I wonder why they're all saying this thing. Here's another person. Got
It's
someone
a
else.
fucking genocide. And it's important. Like, I know sometimes, listen, I can see the amount of Palestinian flags here and it's fucking insane. The BBC editor is going to have some job.
True.
So,
Is this Kneecap? I don't know if this is Kneecap or not. I mean, they're Irish, right? This is Kneecap? Okay.
sometimes we feel helpless. Sometimes we feel like we're not doing enough. And that's probably true sometimes. But the difference it makes to people in Palestine when they see people from the other side of the world, this many people screaming, free, free, Palestine! Free, free, Palestine! Free, free, Palestine!
I wonder why these people are saying this. You know, it couldn't be anything in particular. Like, you know, Israel poisoning food supplies, which is explicitly against the Geneva Convention, doing triple taps on refugee camps. You know, we went through the fucking list. We've done that. Bombing children where they are more than likely to congregate, bombing schools, World Heritage sites, mosques, schools, all of which are illegal under the Geneva Convention, so that's very cool, and under international law. What else has Israel been doing? Of course, bombing aid workers. They love to bomb aid workers. Journalists. Another big one of the Israelis. They love to bomb a lot of Al Jazeera affiliated journalists. It's probably one of their favorites because they don't want anyone filming their genocide, except for like their degenerate fucking soldiers who seem to love putting TikToks on their stupid little fucking goddamn I don't know, like propaganda waves, like IDF soldiers doing like stupid shit, like dancing with like women's underwear on their fucking head top or some shit. It's like, okay, bro, like you're just like actually insane, dude. Yeah, and you know, we have like, you know, like subhuman pieces of trash like fucking Destiny saying like, guys, okay, if I could offer you a piece of advice, don't do that. It's like, oh, brilliant, Destiny, very good. In your fucking, like, I don't know, a stupid ass trip to Israel to do like your little propaganda fucking pieces to try to sanitize the fucking genocide because I don't know, your spite has led you to particular I don't know, levels where you just would prefer to defend the fucking goddamn genocide of you know, the 21st century. But you know, that's cool. That's great. Good job, Destiny. You're gonna be remembered very, very well in the history books because of that, buddy. Very cool. Again, I wonder why all these people are upset. Not big fans of what's going on in terms in the Middle East, especially in Gaza. You know.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
They're having their little chant. And another person,
Palestine, UK.
Nadine Shine. Nadine Shaw. Jesus. Why was that so difficult for me to say?
Palestine Action is intervening to stop a genocide. It is acting to save
Another Irish
life.
person.
We deplore the government's decision to proscribe it. Labeling non-violent direct action as terrorism
True.
is an abuse of language and an attack on democracy. The real threat to the life of the nation comes not from Palestine Action.
She's just doing a speech about what's Palestine Action. I'm just out of curiosity. Is this like a British, or is this like just a protest group? Pro-Palestinian organization which disrupts the arms industry in the United Kingdom. Okay, with direct action. Oh, these are the guys. Okay, I think I've seen like, I don't know if it's one of the from these guys exactly, but I've seen like one of their videos of them like smashing in like the glass of like some arms manufacturer, I think, or someone that produces parts for arms manufacturing. They like broke in and just like broke a ton of computers and stuff like that, like, because that's what like you know, that's what direct action looks like. No, I can't believe. Yeah, time for like all the like 3 IQ protests, sort of whatever the fuck. I think those might be different people. Boy Meets Mini. Yeah, some dock workers do it because they're just like, no, fuck that. I don't want anything to do with this shit. Fuck that. Absolutely not. There's like what? I know there's like a particular sort of yeah, time like okay, back to the fucking meme I was doing. All right. I'm getting distracted. Yeah, time for like all the dumb fuck not refugee, but protest fucking referees to come in and be like, you're not like protesting in the way that I like you to protest. I think what you're doing is kind of icky and stinky because I just don't like the fact that you're breaking private property. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Who the fuck cares? Like, these people are directly contributing to the fucking Holocaust of our time. Like, what the fuck are you fucking talking about? Like, cry about it. Cope, seethe, mauled, dilate, suck my dick. I don't give a shit. Whoa, you guys are okay with mostly Palestinian children being turned into mulch. Like, fuck off. Like, fuck you. Like, eat shit. Cope. That's all I really gotta say. Like, oh no. Like, fuck off. I like, all this, like, protest refugeeing shit is, like, so fucking stupid and dumb. I fucking hate it. I really do.
But from the Home Secretary's efforts to ban it, we call on the government to withdraw its prescription of Palestine Action and to stop arming Israel. Palestine,
Oh, so I guess like the British government designated these guys as a terrorist organization, and what's the terrorism exactly? Saying like, guys, turning kids into mulch is actually kind of bad. Oh fuck! Oh, we got a bunch of terrorists. They're saying we can't turn kids into mulch. Shit. Fuck. But, memes aside, that's what happened at this music festival. But unfortunately, actions have consequences. What the fuck is this shit? Oh, right. Yeah. Here's one of the fucking, not the reaction exactly. Hey, Bob Vylan talking about death to the IDF. But, this is a yearly fucking occurrence that happens all the time in Israel when all the little fucking schizophrenic teenager freaks decide to go out and harass a bunch of Palestinians who are doing their religious practices. Oh, what do we got here? They love to say death to Arabs. Hey, I wonder why. Hey, Israel defenders. These guys seem very peaceful. They just want to kill a bunch of Arabs. I wonder why a lot of people might not be very happy with a lot of, the actions of these Zionists. And a lot of, worse shit is happening to the Jewish population as a fucking result. All these, terrorist attacks that are happening to, random Jews because of a particular state that loves to do conflation between Zionism and Judaism all the time, an ethno-nationalist ideology in comparison to a cultural and a religious affiliation. I wonder why people, broadly speaking, are not big fans of Zionism. I couldn't possibly think of anything. Oh, what's going on here? Wonder why they are like this. These guys seem very fucking peaceful. Damn, the police are supporting these fucking freaks, these terrorists. Yeah, look at all these guys. These guys seem very peaceful. These guys seem really, really good. They don't seem very aggressive at all against Palestinians for no reason. Like they wouldn't do a genocide against them. How ridiculous of me. But how does the broader Western media sort of react? I don't know. They decide to go after Bob Vylan. That's cool. Fantastic. Great. And what? The Trump administration, I think, directly sort of revoked his fucking goddamn visa because he was going to do a tour in the United States. They revoked his visa and everything, all because he was just the IDF is kind of bad actually. They're not very good. Fuck them. They're wretched, evil fucking organization. With all these fucking dumb fuck Zionists who are doing wretched, terrible, evil fucking things. But what do we got here? Silence is not an option. Not the first, not the last. What do we got here? Today, a good many people would have you believe a punk band is the number one threat to world peace. Last week was a Palestine pressure group. The week before that, it was another band. We are not here. We are not for the death of Jews, Arabs, or any other race, or grow up, I don't know what this is, or grow, whatever, up of people. We are for the dismantling of a violent military machine. A machine whose own soldiers were told to use unnecessary lethal force against innocent civilians waiting for aid. A machine that has destroyed much of Gaza. Hey, Zionists, you people are fucking poisoning the flour with oxy. You're poisoning people. This is illegal. You're smuggling fucking synthetic fucking drugs into the food supply that your aid distribution sites are giving. You people are fucking genociders. You want ethnic cleansing. You people are vile. But now actually it's biggest problem is punk bands, actually. So that's really cool. Fantastic. Very good. A machine that has destroyed much of Gaza. We, like those in the spotlight before us, are not the story. We are a distraction from the story. And whatever sanctions we receive will be a distraction. The government doesn't want us to ask why they remain silent in the face of this atrocity, to ask why they aren't doing more to stop the killing, to feed the starving. The more time they talk about Bob Vylan, the less time they spend answering for their criminal inaction. We are being targeted for speaking up. We are not the first. We will not be the last. And if you care about the sanctity of human life and freedom of speech, we urge you to speak up too. Free Palestine. Couldn't have fucking said it any better myself. Very cool, very good. Fantastic. We love seeing this from Bob Vylan. Seems pretty fucking reasonable to me. And I guess there's like people in British media. A Sunday morning show. I don't think what you saw at Glastonbury was thousands of people relishing in anti-Semitism. The fact that it has to be said that opposing genocide is not anti-Semitic is a sign of how far the far-right smears have gone. A reasonable position from someone on British media? Why don't we have a listen?
You don't watch Glastonbury for nuance on a nightmarishly complex political international situation. And I think what you saw from the audience, I mean, these people, these rock stars, they're not kind of political leaders. I think what you saw from an audience is there is real anger about what's going on in Gaza. I get it every day from people who don't follow politics, to my annoyance, but they are.
This is a fantastic fucking point. There are so many fucking people who have at this point said, like, okay, you motherfuckers have to do something about this. This is quite literally your fucking jobs. And average people are starting to see the videos. The TikToks are all there. Listen, this is why I keep saying, hey, IDF, this is your lawyer speaking. You guys should really keep posting more and more of those videos of you guys going into the homes of innocent fucking Palestinians and just running around with their fucking women's underwear on your fucking head. You fucking freaks. You should keep doing that because it's definitely going to ingratiate you to the broader fucking world. People are going to be very, very happy with your fucking actions. You know, shit like Yoav Gallant saying like, yeah, dude, we have to like cut off like the electricity and supplies to Gaza because, you know, fuck you. We hate Palestine. We just hate brown people. It's just like, yeah, this is really going to do a great job in terms of ingratiating people to your fucking cause, Israel. As your lawyer, I advise you to continue doing this at all times. Very, very cool.
Really taken aback by what's happening in Gaza, and you got that. And, you know, Wes Streeting, of course, was very careful to say October the 7th was a horror that needs to also be addressed. Everyone has to balance with these things. I don't think what you saw at Glastonbury was thousands and thousands of people relishing in anti-Semitism. I think you just saw a kind of bunch of people expressing horror with Gaza, and I get it all the time wherever I go with friends. You know, they say, well, why doesn't Starman say more about it? And that's what it was.
Well, let's do that one.
Because he's complicit. Because there are a lot of entrenched interests within the military-industrial complex that want to maintain Israel as a apparatus for testing security measures on. That's the point, right? They have the repressed population that they can use to test different military and surveillance technologies on. We know that we know the fucking meme, right? Like, you know, your Palantirs, your Lockheed Martins and Boeings of the world, they just want to give the Israelis the new fucking toys that they develop in order to be able to test on the Palestinians. It's a perfect fucking little testing ground for them, a little petri dish for them to experiment with.
Because we've no doubt provoked a flood of social media post that characterizes all of us as crazy Zionists or crazy extremists or whatever.
Well, I mean, you know, broadly speaking, if you are doing defense for, say, like Netanyahu or the actions of the IDF, I think it is perfectly reasonable for people to say that, yeah, you're a fucking crazy fucking Zionist. That's not a ridiculous assertion if you are doing that. Not to my knowledge that I know of. But we got the Melon. Anthony Fantano also talking about this. What the... But yeah, Bob Dylan was also dropped from the United Talent Agency after controversial Glastonbury set. And all he said was, hey, free Palestine, death to the IDF, fuck the IDF, because they suck. They are dog shit. It is a terrible, wretched fucking institution that simply seeks one thing and one thing only, and that is, well, the destruction of the Arabs and Palestinians, much at the behest of the safety of the Jewish population. Because, listen, let's be honest here, Zionists could give less of a flying fuck about any of that shit. Okay, so that's cool. And of course, the United States has withdrawn the band's visas. So that's pretty cool, very epic. It's very bright. But what do we have here? Very, very cool that we have the Melon writing things. Fantastic. Bob Vylan is dropped from United Talent Agency after controversial Glastonbury set. United States withdraws band's visas. Or maybe this isn't Melon writing this. Some other dude. Who gives a fuck? Bob Vylan has reportedly been dropped from United Talent Agency after a controversial performance at Glastonbury Festival this past Saturday, June 28th, where the band led the crowd in chants condemning the Israeli Defense Forces. Additionally, the United States Department has revoked visas for all members of the band who plan to tour the United States in October. During the British punk duo's live-streamed afternoon set on Westfold's stage, frontman Bob Vylan led the crowd in chanting "Free, free Palestine, free, free Palestine, free, free Palestine," followed by "Death, death to the IDF, death, death to the IDF." Because, again, listen, we all know the fucking reasonings for as to why Benjamin Netanyahu is doing this again. And I'll reiterate it yet again. The only reason why Benjamin Netanyahu is being as vociferous and aggressive as he is right now is because he needs to maintain the war cabinet and the war council that he has. Because his current political coalition is very, very fragile and is fraught with, well, a lot of holes. It is not a very stable fucking coalition. There was a recent vote in the Knesset that barely passed by 2 votes, which would have led to the collapse of the Knesset, a collapse of the government, and would have led to elections in Israel. And Benjamin Netanyahu, broadly speaking, is extremely unpopular at the moment. He is very, very unpopular because even the Israelis get war weary. They are tired of the war. They do not want to have anything to do with any of this fucking shit anymore. They just want a ceasefire to negotiate to bring back whatever of the hostages fucking remain at this point. That is what they want to do. The reasoning for as to why Benjamin Netanyahu is being as vociferous with his, genocide of the Palestinian people as he is right now should be fairly simple. He wants to maintain the war cabinet for as long as possible because if there's an election that happens, the likelihood that he loses is astronomically fucking high. Very, 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 very high. Let's be honest here. And if he loses that election, he currently has corruption charges swirling around him. In 2022, the fucking goddamn what? Not 2022, but the trial itself started earlier. It started in 2020, and he was about to have a court date in 2022. Conveniently for Benjamin Netanyahu, there was also an election during 2022 that he managed to win. And as a result of him getting into power as a prime minister, he was able to stave off those corruption charges that were being brought by the Supreme Court of Israel against, well, Benjamin Netanyahu for his corruption charges. Like, literally, even fucking Trump talked about the fucking Netanyahu fucking Supreme Court case. Like, court case. Even this a dumbass even said, like, Netanyahu they can't be doing this. Israel can't be doing this to Bibi Netanyahu. Fucking giving Netanyahu that fucking good gluck, that good suck. You know, cigars, Bugs Bunny doll, etc. This is all a political witch hunt. You know, stupid weirdo people who should be thrown into jail for their extreme political corruption, having solidarity with one another in terms of, calling their trials against them political fucking witch hunts. But, that's cool. Fantastic. So we all know why Benjamin Netanyahu is doing the things that he's doing. He wants to maintain the war cabinet for as long as possible in order to stay in power until he, I presume, is probably going to die. So then he doesn't go to jail. This man, Benjamin Netanyahu, is willing to make his state a fucking pariah on the world stage and nearly start World War III just so he doesn't go to fucking jail. Like, people need to take that in for like 3 fucking seconds and just how utterly fucking insane that is. It's insane, dude. So, there's the post about, the BBC not covering the Kneecap set. Because I do believe that Kneecap was charged, I think, for like... What the fuck was Kneecap even charged by the British for? I know the charges got dropped, right? Like, Kneecap charges. What were even the charges? Like, what? They were terrorists or something? Oh, hello, Anthony Fantano. No longer face charges over a resurfaced video where members chanted, "Kill your local MP" at a 2023 local gig, according to UK police. So they argued that this is an incitement of fucking terrorism. That's very, very cool. Lovely. Fantastic. UK government initially launched an investigation on the ban this past April after Conservative MPs... yes, the Conservatives are. I'm very scared of our safety. I'm scared that, the fact that we're kind of being villains is being pointed out. We don't want to be villains, guys. We just don't want to be villains. We hate being the villains. Yeah, sure. Fantastic. Very cool. As expected from, conservative freakazoids from around the world. Yeah. Totally. Tory leader Kemi Bodnik, whatever, who also denied the band their promised government-funded arts grant in 2023. I wonder why Kneecap might not be Badenoch. I'm gonna say bathed in cock. Okay, he's Kemi bathed in cock. He loves being bathed in cock. Okay, so bathed in cock here is very might have angered fucking what. Kneecap here because they didn't give them their government funded arts grant. So that's cool. She? Oh, okay. I'm a misogynist. I don't give a fuck. Okay. This person's a demon, so they're Tory, so demon automatically. That's how that works. So yeah, she's being bathed in cock. Very cool. Has consistently asked the government to take action against the band she deems an anti-British hate group. Very cool. Keir Starmer also called the band's pro-Palestinian rhetoric completely unacceptable. Very, very cool. We love Keir Starmer, that stupid-ass bitch. Fantastic. Anywho, moving on. The performance was streamed on a BBC iPlayer, but has since been removed. Critical of the performance, the BBC has stated... The BBC respects freedom of expression, but stands firmly against incitement to violence. Yes, because, this is definitely going to be an incitement to violence. Someone's definitely going to take up action against the fucking IDF. Totally, man. Really. Yeah, of course. The anti-Semitic sentiments expressed by Bob Vylan were utterly unacceptable and have no place on our airwaves. Yeah, dude, because saying a bunch of anti-Zionist slogans and whatnot is definitely anti-Semitic. Dude, it's the constant fucking conflation between Zionism and Judaism. We love... isn't the BBC are just like... It's like mostly centrist fucking dreck. So, whatever. As expected from a centrist dreck shithole, the BBC, they're willing to do, I don't know, like some key jingling in order to defend the IDF's actions of, I don't know, turning Palestinian kids into mulch. Very, very cool. The team were dealing with a live situation, but with hindsight, we should have pulled the stream during the performance. We regret this did not happen. Wham, wham, wham. Fucking pussy, the little pussies. Organizers at Glastonbury have also condemned the performance, saying they were appalled, and the comments crossed the line. Yeah, dude, but not all the other people who were saying free Palestine. Yeah, dude, whatever. Sure, man. We're gonna have a little. Oh no, we're gonna have hold our pearls and clutch our pearls over saying death to the IDF, an explicit fucking goddamn organization that has been responsible for the killing of more than likely hundreds of thousands of Palestinians in their fucking attempted ethnic cleansing of the Gaza Strip. So yeah, cool, whatever. Meanwhile, Chris Landau, Deputy Secretary of the U.S. State Department, announced that the U.S. has revoked visas for the man, stating, "Foreigners who glorify violence and hatred are not welcome visitors to our country." Okay, the only reason why he's saying foreigners, I guarantee you, is because he's black. That's it, literally. That's why he's saying foreigners in this particular context, because he's a racist. Because otherwise, listen, I guarantee you, these motherfuckers would not say foreigners. They would probably say, like, agitators or some other fucking euphemism to talk about, I don't know, if it was, like, Kneecap who was saying that. So that's really cool. Yeah, you know, like, Americans are allowed to serve in the IDF, which is a foreign military. You know, nice meme. The Avon and Somerset police in the UK have concurrently opened a police investigation into performances of Bob Vylan as well as Irish band Kneecap, who performed right after them, to determine if any criminal offenses were committed during their sets. Yeah, dude, because hey, where's all these stupid sniveling fat football hooligans who love to complain about fucking free speech? This is some fucking free speech shit right here. You guys should be all over that. Hey, what happened? Oh, they're probably not going to do shit. Very cool. Kneecap's performance was not streamed live. Bob Vylan has since released a statement about the backlash on his Instagram account, where he posted text images that said, "Teaching our children to speak up for the change they want and need is the only way that we make this world a better place." Real and true. Let's see. As I lay in bed this morning, my phone buzzing nonstop, inundated with messages of both support and hatred, I listen to my daughter typing out loud as she fills out a school survey asking for feedback on the current state of her school dinners. She expressed that she would like healthier meals, more options, and dishes inspired by other parts of the world. Based? Yeah, based dad and a based daughter, I guess, you know, talking about like, hey, can you guys provide better funding to school lunches and dinners and stuff like that? But, you know, whatever. Listening to her voice her opinions on a matter that she cares about and affects her daily reminds me that we may not be doomed after all. Teaching our children to speak up for the change they want and need is the only way that we make the world a better place. As we grow older and our fire possibly starts to dim under the suffocation of adult life and all its responsibilities, it is incredibly important that we encourage and inspire future generations to pick up the torch that was passed to us. Hey, Gen X, looking at you, you fucking sniveling cowards and losers. Your fucking complacency. You know, baby boomers throwing you fucking losers into this lot as well. You complacent fucking pieces of shit. Let us display to them, loudly and visibly, the right thing to do when we want and need change. Let them see us marching in the streets, campaigning on ground level, organizing online and shouting about it on any and every stage that we are offered. Today is a change in school dinners. Tomorrow is a change in foreign policy. Real and true, based of Bob Vylan. So that's cool. Fantastic. Excellent. So what? We have a bunch of fucking dumbass fucking freaks complaining about this, of Bob Vylan and a lot of other people chanting and agreeing with the position of, hey, I wonder why we don't like the IDF. It couldn't be possibly anything that the IDF is doing, you know? Of course, poisoning flower supplies, much needed fucking flower supplies. Killing Palestinians at aid locations, you know, killing about 600 Palestinians at aid centers, which is a war crime. They're using food as a weapon of war. This is explicitly against the Geneva Convention, of course. Constant bombing of refugee camps. You know, we can go through the fucking list. You know, Jabalia, Al-Shadi, Al-Bareshi, Al-Maghazi, you know. Man, it's a lot of refugee camps. Nusrat, you know, they love bombing the Nusrat refugee camp. That's one of their favorites. You know, the bombing of aid workers. I wonder why people are not very happy with the actions of Israel and the IDF. I wonder. So, I mean, I've said this point before, and I'll fucking say it again. I'll reiterate this till till the cows fucking come home. I wonder why people are not very happy with the state of affairs within Israel. I wonder why. Couldn't be anything in fucking particular. But again, stupid apparatchiks, like dumb fuck Zionists and dumbasses on the fucking BBC and all the other fucking organizations that are complicit in genocide, are totally just okay with all these actions. They don't give a fuck about any of this bullshit. What, you think that these motherfuckers are give a shit about like Palestinian children being turned into mulch? They've never cared about any of that stuff. Hooey. Bunch of poppycock. Nonsense. They're complicit. They are okay with it because they are bought by interests. Quite simply put, they are bought by interests within the military-industrial complex and a lot of state security apparatus companies as well. Your Palantirs of the world, your the Sentinels of the world, blah, 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 blah. There's like a ton of different companies that have sunk millions, if not billions of dollars in order to buy people in power in order to go along with and agree with a lot of their fucking bullshit. Quite literally. So we understand what this is all about. It's all about like maintenance of systems of control and hierarchy for the express purpose, simply put, the express purpose of, well, being able to make all of the fucking money in the world in order to concentrate more and more power within fewer and fewer hands. That is the fucking point in all of this. And if it means, genociding people in order to be able to achieve those objectives, then by golly gee, it means doing fucking genocide in order to achieve those objectives. That is not beneath these fucking sniveling cowards and motherfuckers to do, Like, let's be honest here. The main people to look at are all of the state apparatuses that are in support of this and the media mouthpieces that are willing to lie, do like, I was gonna like do the meme of like lie, cheat, steal. Nah, just complete lie and put out propaganda for, well, the modern fucking Holocaust of our time. Because this quite literally is, well, will be one of the most remembered, most documented fucking genocides in the history of our time. Don't you ever fucking forget that.